So today we will build a voice setup very much inspired by the TB303 synthesizer, but we will make it a bit bigger sounding and full of character and crunch, and we will use mostly the Surge collection. So let's already start with the basics. I will use the classic VCO and also of course the filter from Surge. Connect the cables. I'm using color coding, so red is audio. Now I will leave it in this low pass mode. This is the OBX mode 24 dB. And I will use the gain control of the filter, right, to control the amplitude of this voice with an envelope. So I will use the quad AD envelope module also from Surge. I will take the gain down. Let's already connect this to the output. You can see I have a few more things going on here. We will have a look at them in a second. Right, so now I have this connected to the output, and so just so we can work on the sound already and everything, I will use also a sequencer. This will be the Fluencerator from Autin. I guess it's pronounced Fluencerator, which is a perfect sequencer for this, because first of all, it will come up with sequences by itself. It has built-in glides we can add, built-in accents we can add, so it will work great for a sort of a 303 type of setup. So I will use a clock to drive it. I will use a clock multiplied by 4, so I have 16th notes. Clocks will be blue, right? Let's already connect the pitch, that will be yellow, and one of the gates to control or to trigger one envelope, right? One of the AD envelopes, and this envelope, as I mentioned before, will control the gain of the filter. So how it works in Surge, you connect this to the modulation input, and then you can route or you can map this modulation to any parameter. So this will be the gain, right? And already we have a sequence. Right, I think I have already some reverb here. Let's take it down for a second. Okay, so now again, we can add glides. This will add chance of or percentage of glides, right? Let's go with, let's say 37%, and accents, right? Also something like this. And now when I generate a new sequence, it will generate new notes, new gates, glides, and accents. Right? Now let's add an envelope for the filter. So I will use the same gates to trigger another envelope, and this one will control the filter. So again, let's close it a bit. Again, I will map it. Right, so now we have one envelope which is a bit longer for the amplitude, and one envelope which is a bit shorter for the filter. Right, and now we can add also accents. So I will use the accent output. This will output also gates or triggers to trigger another envelope. Right, and now I can use this to control the filter as well. So this will open the filter even more with the accents. Right, and let's say this will be a bit longer. Right, so now we have also accents. And I will use the same envelope also to control the drive just a bit. So it will be also a bit more driven, louder, and a bit more saturated, I guess. Right, now again, how it works with Surge, we have to map the modulation and change the depth each and every time. So what I will do, I will use an external controller for this. And in this case, it will be knobs from Volt. Right, and with knobs, then we can control the amount of modulation. One will be the filter, one will be the accent. Right, so this will be for the filter, and it will go back. And now I can open this modulation all the way because I can control the amount of modulation with this knob here. Right, and the same will be for the accents. Right, for now, this is controlling the filter and the drive a bit. So again, I can open this for the filter all the way, and for the drive maybe a bit more. And now I have depth of modulation, depth of envelope with this lower knob. Right, so now again, instead of going all the time to the mapping and changing the depth of the mapping, I can just control this with the knobs module. Okay, now let's start adding already character with some distortion. Of course, this will also be from Surge. Right, so will make the connection. And I like the OJD mode, but you can experiment with different modes here. Let's take the oscillator an octave down. Maybe 2. Oh yeah. Right, so we have a bit more character here. Now I will add also unison, so basically this will add more oscillators and then I can detune them and this will make the sound a bit bigger. Oh yes. Right, and the more we add, the more we can detune them also. Right, let's also use the accent envelope, right, which will come out of here, to change also the, or to control also the feedback, so also with the accents. There will be more feedback modulation, right? Already it sounds quite nice. Now what I will do, I will add delay, but it will come before the distortion, so this will give the distortion a bit more to work with. Opala. Right, so this will go to the delay. Before I connect this, I will already sync this to the main clock. Right. Maybe, let's zoom in a bit. Change the EQ so the delay signal will be a bit brighter. Add some modulation to the delay times. Take the mix a bit down. And now, of course, what we need to do is add lots and lots of resonance. Oh yeah. Something like this. Right, now I can add maybe some reverb. Oh yeah. Right, we can also change the sound of the oscillator itself. Right, so we can change the shape to be square. Oh yeah. Yes, very cool. This is quite a nice sound. I want to play this now in context with some drums and another melody here that I have. So I have, let me just reset everything. Okay, so I have the gate sequencer from Impromptu sequencing, kick, hi-hat and clap. Those are the drum modules from VCV. Of course, there will be a link in the description to this patch. I will also save this as a selection, so you can just load it into your patches. But if you don't have the VCV drums, they are commercial modules, so you will not have the drums, but everything else you will have. So this is with the kick. Oh yeah. Just take the gain a bit down here. I have here a hi-hat that we can reset. This is going through the hi-hat is going through the tap dancer from Flag. And I have here a clap with a gated reverb. So I'm using the clear function of the reverb to sort of gate it. Right? Very cool. I also have here a sequence with Entropia sequencing the sine VCO, of course also from Surge, again some delay. I will play with this a bit. Right, so this is quite a fun setup that you can use. You can just load it into your patches and use it. Great sound. Lots to play with here. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have fun. Cheers.